Other than that, height about the same. Reach, we've got a bigger reach, longer reach for Teofimo Lopez, and they're saying he's too small. We are too big for him. We're going to use our height. We're going to use our reach. We're going to use our physical size to be the difference in this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the MGM Grand here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. The wait is over. The winner takes all. Presented by Top Rank and Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum, and brought to you by Geico. Our judges at ringside, Tim Cheatham, Julie Letterman, and Steve Weisfeld. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Russell Mora. And now, to the millions watching around the world on ESPN and ESPN+. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. And this is the main event. Scheduled for 12 rounds. The one, the only, the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, with head trainer Teofimo Lopez Sr. He weighed in at 135 pounds, wearing gray graphite and gold trunks. He brings a perfect record, 15 wins, no losses, 12 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a 2016 Olympian, making his first world title defense. He is the reigning IBF lightweight champion of the world from Brooklyn, New York, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez. Across the ring in the red corner, with head trainer Anatoly Lomachenko. He weighed in at 135 pounds, wearing black trunks and green trim. He brings a record of 14 wins with only one defeat, 10 victories coming by way of knockout. He is a two-time Olympic gold medalist, a former featherweight world champion, a former junior lightweight world champion, making his fourth lightweight world title defense, considered by many as the pound-for-pound king. He is the current WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine unified lightweight champion of the world from Akhtarman, Ukraine, Vasily Lomachenko!
Centering, gentlemen. Mouthpiece. Okay, right, trunks here are good. Look, anything below the navel is a foul. Trunks here are good. Anything below this point is a foul. Anything below the belly button. We went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. God bless you both.
Друзья, всем доброе утро. Не буду вас обтяживать своими комментариями. Если что-то будет говорить интересное по-английски, я для вас переведу. Прошу всех подписаться на канал, пока не забанили. Всем доброе утро и приятного просмотра. Поехали.
Василь Ломаченко versus Teofimo Lopez.
You can feel the intensity in that stare down. These guys are not playing around.
And here we go. This fight scheduled for 12 rounds in the lightweight division. Christina Poncher and former WBO 140-pound champ Chris Algieri here with you. Thank you for joining us around the world. It is time. Vasily Lomachenko, the southpaw, in the green trunks. Teofimo Lopez in the orthodox stance in the graphite gray and blue trunks. Who will reign supreme in the 135-pound division? A lot of questions will be answered tonight. All the questions will be answered tonight, Chris.
Right away, we see Lomachenko, the southpaw with that right foot, right hand in front. Lopez from the orthodox position, left hand, left foot in front. Notice they're toe-to-toe.
You will hear the voice of Teofimo's father loud and clear. There is no crowd inside the bubble. This fight taking place during the global pandemic, COVID-19. Select media, top-ranked staff, commission, judges, close family, and that's it. Lomachenko, Lopez, and referee.
Девушка объясняет, что пустое здание, здесь только близкие родственники, все команды боксеров, очень ограниченный круг людей, но вы будете слышать периодически крики Теофима старшего.
Vasily Lomachenko saying this is the biggest fight of my career because it's going to take me a step closer to my dreams.
Василий Ломаченко говорит, что это самый большой бой в его карьере, который является важным шагом к осуществлению его мечты. Он пытался сделать это в 126 фунтов, 130, теперь наконец-то 35, его мечта очень близка.
Compared to 137 World Championship rounds for Teofimo Lopez. Or for Vasily Lomachenko, excuse me.
You see Lomachenko beginning to loosen up some, changing levels, moving around, hasn't thrown a whole lot of punches yet. I think he's just trying to see what the young line in front of him's got, try and get his angles, his range, his speed, his timing. Make no mistake, Lomachenko is a rhythm fighter.
Good right hand to the body from Lopez. Working a lot off the jab here in round one. Under 30 seconds to go.
Lomachenko, you see what his level changes, going underneath shots, slipping the jabs, making Lopez reach. Very good, very smart.
Not a lot of offense here for Loma in round one. Kind of just calculating, inputting all the information into the matrix, if you will.
Комментаторы говорят, что не очень много ударов от Ломаченко, но в принципе это логично, потому что сейчас, мне кажется, его задача основная заставить Лопеса промахивать, чтобы потерять уверенность. Ну и, собственно говоря, Василий будет воплощать то, что он сказал, затянет его в глубокую воду, опустит на дно и перекроет ему доступ к кислороду. Это почти прямая цитата Василия. Ну, Лопес резкий парень, такой быстрый. Ну, посмотрим, если несколько раундов подряд он не сможет донести свои удары, что будет. Будет очень интересно посмотреть.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
And I think it would be really interesting, too, to hear the corner direction on both sides.
Absolutely.
Because so much of this is going to be about adjustments. And you and I, Chris, we're not inside the bubble. We're not sitting there ringside. In fact, we're calling this fight remotely from a studio in Southern California. And that's one thing I miss about being there. Sometimes we're often sitting in one of the corners. You can hear what the trainers are saying. So look forward to bringing that to you.
Комментаторы говорят, что они также не находятся сейчас на арене, они комментируют этот бой удаленно, как и я с вами сижу здесь.
I'm actually surprised to see Lomachenko moving to his left, which is into the power hand, the right hand of Teofimo Lopez.
Поэтому они не могут слышать то, что говорят тренеры. Очень много интересной информации они пропускают, к сожалению. Попал Лопес немножко справа. Начинает прессинговать. Василий выбросил в первом раунде 4 удара и попал один. Лопес 27 попал.
Early success for Lopez. And although both of these guys look similar size, obviously weighing in right at the limit for both out as 135, you can see how much Lopez's body has filled out here.
Yeah, especially you can see his shoulders. Yeah, he's filled in quite a bit since yesterday's weigh-in. Definitely put on more weight, looks stronger and fitter at this weight class.
And perhaps investing in the body early with that size advantage, a big part of the game plan for Team Lopez.
Комментаторы говорят, что Лопес сейчас акцентирует свою работу на корпусе, возможно, для того, чтобы замедлить Василия немножко в будущем, и это, возможно, является частью стратегии.
And Lomachenko, albeit having success at 135 pounds, admits that it's not his natural weight class. He's much more comfortable at 130 pounds, but at the time, just not a lot of good fights for him to make, not a chance for him to really unify. And here he is getting two good left hands in there on Lopez, fighting up for the fifth time at 135 pounds.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that Lopez is the more natural lightweight than is Lomachenko, but
In a chess match, both guys using that word in the fighter meetings, both agree that it's going to be distance, it's going to be timing.
At this level, I mean, it's always going to be like that. Especially when you have two fighters with their styles. They're very, very technical. And even though Teofimo is considered a puncher, he's a very, very good counterpuncher and a very smart boxer.
Yeah, I don't think he gets as much credit for his boxing ability. I know everyone talks about his power. You see the highlight knockouts
I agree,
that he
100%.
does.
He sets that up with beautiful boxing, great judgment, and good range. Ooh, good shots from the champion.
Beautiful shots. Got to be clear, because we got two champs in there.
Комментатор говорит, да, хороший удар от чемпиона, а девушка его поправила. А кто из них чемпион? Тут же два чемпиона, будь аккуратней, ты комментируй правильно, ему
Only
говорит.
because Teofimo would be quick to be on
As
that,
he
as he
should.
should, right? As a good right hand connects there over the left guard and down to the body. Was that work early in round two? But then late, Loma comes back.
Yeah, Loma came back with a nice
Вот мы видим хороший момент.
1-2 over the top, and that's what's going to be the
Через
difference.
руку
It's going to
Василий
be the
пробил.
single punch
Еще
power
пробил.
of Teofimo versus the multiple combination punching from Lomachenko. Beautiful slip
нормально.
underneath. I mentioned the level changes that Lomachenko utilizes to use his defense, but he fires great off of that defense, as you can see from this little replay here.
Yeah, and gets his head off the line there, firing that shot from an angle. And you see the reaction from Teofimo's wife, Cynthia.
Round three.
Показали
You
только
don't
что
like to see your
жену
husband get
Теофима,
hit at all.
последняя
Not that
реакция на
that was a
пропущенный
devastating
удар.
shot, but there's likely much more of that to come. So she's got to.
Oh yeah, we got 10 more rounds to go in this world title affair.
Scheduled for 12 in the lightweight unification fight. Christina Poncher and Chris Algieri here with you. And as I mentioned, listening into the corners, the production team, the broadcast team has to get permission, and the Lopez corner has not granted permission for a microphone to be used in the Lopez corner. So we will not be hearing live sound from the corner of Teofimo Lopez. He has his
Комментаторы
father
говорят, что
here and
запретила
Joey
команда
Lomachenko's
Лопеса
corner.
использовать
Lomachenko's corner granting that access, but my
микрофон
Russian isn't too
во время перерыва
good. So, Chris, I don't
операторам,
know how
поэтому
yours
они не
is, but
смогут
we'll
послушать,
see
что
what we can
говорит
make of it
Теофимо
here.
I don't
старший.
think it's much better than yours, honestly. So
At least you know how to speak boxing, my friend. I think probably part of that reason is because of the mouth of Teofimo's father. I don't think we want to be on the beep button.
yeah, that made for
I know him very well, and if this was on pay-per-view, it'd be a different story, but it's not.
I would love to hear that corner, though,
I
just
would.
from an instructional
Even
standpoint.
from Joey, absolutely. That's unfortunate. But we'll rely on some corner reports and call to action here as we see it.
I would have to assume that the corner of Lopez should be pretty happy at this point. They're controlling the center of the ring. Lomachenko has not been firing too much. He has not put up much offense, although we saw a flash of that at the end of round number 2. But for the most part, it's been Lopez stalking, landing occasional body shots, and countering just like that.
The hand speed of Lopez, too, on display in that combination as Lomachenko answers right back.
I think some people might argue with me, I actually believe that Lopez is the faster of the two. It's just that Lomachenko is such a good rhythm fighter.
Oh, good body shot there, left hand on the way out by Lopez. And he's got him backed up against the ropes. That's where he wants Loma. And a good counter combination landed there from Lomachenko. You almost don't need a mic for Junior. You can hear him just fine. Loma very calculated to start this fight, as Lopez having success early, landing more shots to the body. And getting the better in a
Пролетело
lot of
сколько
these
же? 3 раунда или
exchanges
4? 3
is
раунда.
Teofimo Lopez to start.
You would say calculated, some might say
Да,
cautious.
быстро время.
Sure.
было, конечно.
Being very, very cautious of the power. I think he's felt it early, whether it's feet to the body or some of those counters up top. Even punches that miss, you can tell when a guy can punch, and Lopez can punch.
No doubt about that, and that was an answer there by the right hand of Lomachenko. But not enough of that through the first 3 rounds here.
If we get back to what we were talking about at the top of before the fight started, the essentials for each fighter. You know, Teofimo, throw the right hand, throw the left hook, control the distance. We've seen that so far.
Check, check, and check through 3 rounds here. A good start for Teofimo Lopez.
Комментаторы говорят, что хорошее начало для Теофима Лопеса. 3 раунда прошло.
He has a high IQ. He knows exactly everything that him and Lomachenko do is very calculated. And at any moment, when he's ready to turn it on and turn it up, he can do so.
Yeah, it seems like High Tech is in the analysis mode of the fight, and he's taking in as much data as he can, and he wants to take the young champion late, as he said multiple times.
And according to Teofimo Lopez, he's got to get there first. Team Lopez saying this fight is not going to go past 6 rounds.
I think Lomachenko, although he's being cautious, I think he needs to be careful of putting himself too deep in a hole and having to have to fight behind the 8 ball for the rest of the night. I would like to see him be a little more, maybe a lot more active, especially offensively.
Yeah, we've seen it in spurts, and he's been successful.
Комментаторы
He has
говорят,
landed
что
some shots on Teofimo Lopez,
Василию
but
нужно быть, конечно,
could very
аккуратным,
well be
когда
down 3 rounds to nothing
приближаясь
right
к
now.
Лопесу, но они хотели бы увидеть его более активным, чтобы он проявил более активность больше.
And there's again that right hand, and Bernardo Osuna reporting from ringside that Teofimo's father loves that looping right hand and feels like that has been the difference. That is why Lomachenko has not exchanged that some of the sound from the corner, saying he can feel the power from your right hand.
I don't disagree. I do believe that first right hand, that one over the top that Lomachenko landed, Lopez landed, Lomachenko did feel, and has put him even more on alert. That he needs to be careful with this young champion in front of him.
Комментаторы говорят, что у Лопеса очень акцентирован удар правой рукой, и отец Теофима делал акцент на том, что Василий чувствует удар правой рукой, поэтому, возможно, так и опасается. То, что он там пропустил вначале удар правой рукой, говорят комментаторы, заставило его быть даже более внимательным, чем он планировал. Поэтому Василий избегает явных разменов.
Lopez that has been backing him up and has been on the offensive, having Lomachenko retreating for much of the first almost now 4 rounds of this fight.
There seems to be a little difference here in Lomachenko, though. It seems that he is closing the distance now and is willing to
Комментаторы говорят,
make the
что
young champion
Лопес
miss at
сейчас
close range rather
проявляет
than just
наибольшую
completely evading.
активность, и Ломаченко уже практически, отступает уже на приближение 4 раунда.
Lomachenko very, very skilled in making his opponents miss, even if just by mere inches.
Here we're seeing that.
Again, I mean, another round where perhaps Vasily Lomachenko worked a little bit better, but Teofimo Lopez doing more.
You can't win rounds without throwing punches, and Teofimo Lopez has been throwing more and landing more. We're seeing a nice body shot here around the elbow. as Lomachenko was evading. Here's another right hand that touched the champion, which we're not even used to seeing that.
Yeah, he's outlanded him to the body without a doubt.
And we spoke off the top about the essentials for Loma was to land the body work, but Lopez has been the one who's been consistently, since round number 1, throwing to the body and touching the champion, touching Vasilie Lomachenko.
And Teofimo Lopez saying it's not going to go past 6, but on the Vasilie Lomachenko saying, I want to take him to deep waters late. I want this fight to go out 12 rounds. I want to drag him in, and I want to punish him each and every round.
I know I alluded to this earlier, though. You don't want to dig yourself into a hole. And we're getting into that territory. We're in round number 5. And Loma has thrown very few punches.
Round 5 scheduled for 12, the lightweight unification fight. Christina Pontra and Chris Algieri here with you. Thank you everybody joining us. And there is a look at the punches thrown. You talked about it. 100 more punches thrown by Teofimo Lopez through 4.
Yeah, and nearly 3 times as many landed punches as well. And even if there is not a lot of punches landed, the man who's busier is going to win the rounds and win the moments.
What do you think that Vasilie Lomachenko can do to get inside and get some more work in against Teofimo?
He's shown the ability to make Lopez miss, but I think he needs to utilize strikes with that head movement. You slip to the outside, you make him miss, you touch him with that left hand, you move out that side, like similar to that. You land the right hook as Lopez throws the right hand. He has to start touching him, because otherwise Lopez is going to have no respect for the man in front of him and just walk him down with the bigger punches.
And that could be dangerous as well. We did see Lomachenko land a good right hand in that last exchange, but Lopez landing as well.
You know, Lopez doesn't have to do much more than this. If he's staying busier, he's throwing the harder shots, he's touching the body, you know, he's going to be banking rounds. Part of me wants him to get in there and get into exchanges because he is the bigger puncher, but it's about winning.
And that's what, at least on your scorecard and to my eyes, seems to be what's happening right now, and that's Teofimo Lopez outboxing Vasilie Lomachenko early.
Комментаторы говорят, это, конечно, странно, но на карточках судей сейчас, скорее всего, Теофимо Лопез перебоксирует Василия Ломаченко в ранних раундах.
We're used to seeing Lomachenko starting cautiously in the early in fights, getting his rhythm, finding his range, figuring his man out. But normally we see a lot more offense. We see a lot more ring control. We're not seeing that tonight against Lopez.
One of the things I wanted to mention, both fighters coming off the longest layoff of their careers, and perhaps a little bit of that rust just trying to get shaken off right now. 308 days for Teofimo Lopez and 1 year and 48 days for Lomachenko since he's last been in the ring. So the both long layoffs of their career, but I mean, could that be a factor in why this is such a slow start here for Vasilie Lomachenko?
Комментаторы говорят, что у обоих боксеров был большой простой, у Лопеса 300 с чем-то дней, у Василия год 48 дней, и поэтому, возможно, начало такое медленное, что они до сих пор никак не могут разогреться и прийти, ну, как почувствовать ринг и все.
Punch with his head movement. Here we see Lopez landing that jab and then sliding out to his right, and there's that counter right. And I think that exchange specifically shows a lot. Lomachenko can just put his punches out there, and because Lopez is trying so hard, he actually makes the punch harder against himself. He drives he throws his face into, you know, Lomachenko's punch, increasing the impact. And that's what timing is all about.
It could easily be a shutout right now through 5 rounds for Teofimo Lopez, although that last round probably a better round for Lomachenko. Just not the offense that we
Вот смотрите, сейчас статистика на экране. Лопес выбросил 127 ударов, попал 18. Ломаченко 28-12. Процент попадания Лопеса 14%, Ломаченко 43%. Ну, возможно, это и есть тактика Василия заставить Лопеса промахиваться как можно больше, чтобы у человека просто пропала уверенность вообще в себе. Ну, а потом его разобрать на конструктор.
In this fight through 5 rounds.
Нужно очень интересно посмотреть, насколько Лопес готов психологически, и когда ему надоест, возможно, то, что не может доносить свои удары до цели, возможно, он пойдет более открыто, начнет атаковать. Потому что это все-таки фактор раздражающий, напрягающий. И вот здесь вот может быть уже начаться именно тот шахматный матч, о котором говорил Василий.
I think a lot of people right now are watching this fight, if I could speak honestly, maybe stunned right now at what they're seeing, or maybe not seeing from Vasilie Lomachenko.
Yeah, I think what you just said, not seeing. I don't think they're really seeing how dangerous Lopez is in there, how he's able to control with his physical size and power.
Watch your head. Watch your
One
head.
thing to watch from home, it's another thing to have punches whiz by your ears and your chin and your whiskers. You feel the power, you feel the wind. You get touched on your elbow, you get hit on your shoulder.
You could speak to that. You've been there. You fought at the highest level. You've been a world champion.
Yeah, there are some very, very dangerous men in this world in that ring. And, you know, you can never speak ill on someone based on how they're fighting at this level, because you don't know what it feels like in there.
Watch your head. Stop.
That right hand to the body and a nice counter right hand from Lomachenko connects as a warning there from the head as they come together in the center of the ring, holding. And you see these flashes of these great shots landed, but just one from Lomachenko in those exchanges.
Yeah, just not enough. I mean, a lot of defense. He's doing really well with that. He's not getting hit much, but
big power shot at the end of that round from Lopez. Punctuation mark, if you will, through the first half of this fight. Some slight swelling there on the left eye of Teofimo Lopez. That's going to be tended to by Mike the Mechanic Basil.
that's from those southpaw right jabs from Vasily, who's busier in that round. One of the most punches that he's landed all night. There we see that counter from Lopez that didn't quite land. Great timing. Yeah, Loma landed the jab. Lopez came back with the right hook, and both men exchanging right hands at the very end of the round. Oh, and actually, oh no, that punch did not necessarily land on Loma. I thought it did.
Round 7.
Боже, уже 7-й раунд. Как-то как за
Round
секунду
7 is
пролетает.
scheduled for 12 for the lightweight unification. All the belts on the line. The WBC franchise title, WBA, WBO, IBF, and Ring Magazine title. Now 6 rounds in the books. Teofimo Lopez likely ahead. The majority of those early rounds, just the more active fighter.
There's a chance that it is 6-0 Lopez. And we are now entering the second half of the fight where we are in draw or need a knockout.
Let him go. Stop.
So
Stop.
Loma really needs to step on the gas.
Don't hold him down, but don't hit him. Let's go. Box.
Technically barring a knockout or any knockdowns, Lopez would need to win just a single round in order to win the fight. A single round more. That's if he is up 6-0.
I've called the majority of fights of Lomachenko's career in one aspect or another, be it reporting or ringside or what have you, and I've never seen him off to a start like this. Down this heavy on the cards in any of his professional fights. Even the fight against Solito, which was the second fight of his professional career, he was in there, he was banging. Some of those rounds were closer rounds, but this clear of a disparity this early. I mean, Lomachenko right now needs to make some serious adjustments and work himself back into this fight.
He's never been in there with someone this big and this strong and this dangerous.
And all that Teofimo's father has said is, my son's going to make it look easy in there. We've heard that in the lead-up. We've heard that in the build-up to this fight. He's not on my son's level. And all that Teofimo has had to do is back up what his dad said. And he's done that each and every time.
Big right hand in that exchange there from Lopez. Right down the middle. Very sharp, precise shot. Good body shot there from Lopez.
Yeah, it actually had Lomachenko backing up for just a second, right when he was trying to unleash his offensive arsenal.
Вот немножко поменялась картина боя. Василий начал прессинговать Лопеса.
You can punch in there.
Nice quick jab from Lomachenko. And right back from Lopez. A big question was age. Was that going to be a factor for Lomachenko? At what point would he start to look every bit of his nearly 396 amateur fights, 397, every bit of his now 15 professional fights, world championship rounds?
I don't think it's age. I think it's
Прошло
size.
7 раундов.
I think the power of the
Осталось
speed,
5. Ну, конечно, наверное, Лопесу отдадут большинство чисто за активность.
Lopez is a big, strong, and young.
Yep, these are just questions that people had before the fight.
For sure.
And we're getting some of these
Ну, вот
questions
троечка
answered
проходит.
right now.
Живот, голова,
See,
живот.
look at the replay.
Точнее,
Nice
голова,
right
живот,
hand there
голова.
for
Любимая
Loma,
комбинация
but
Анатолия Николаевича.
not enough of it.
No. I mean, he's been precise when he does let his hands go. He just is not doing it enough. He's been able to defend. He's been able to counter at times, but too few and far between.
Watch your head, okay? Watch your head. Round 8.
And I mean, I don't know if having, good right hand to start here from Lomachenko. I was going to say having the long layoff, having no crowd. I'm searching for some sort of answers as to why what we're seeing. And other than the size of Lopez and the early shot that he landed, I mean, really no adjustments have been made to this point from Vasily Lomachenko.
I mean, last round we did see him push the action a little bit more.
Just stop! No.
Exchange there.
And he comes together and
Come here. You got to watch
a
your head.
clash of
You're coming
heads.
in with
If
your
you
head.
look at the number of punches thrown through 7 rounds, 282
You're okay
punches
with your head?
landed
Okay,
for
you have to watch your
Teofimo
head too.
Lopez.
All right, guys. Let's go. Watch your hands.
Stern warning from Russell Mora about the head clashes, which oftentimes the orthodox and a southpaw, those things come together.
Yeah,
that happens.
Not something that generally happens in a Loma fight because of his footwork, but we did see it just there.
A couple times in this fight, which Lopez has complained about to Russell Mora.
Vasily's been brandishing a nice jab the last 2 rounds, but there comes the power and the counters of Lopez. I like that uppercut that he's shooting from that back stance, and he's staying heavy on that back foot in that counter position with that right hand down and firing that right uppercut right up the middle, which is a great weapon against the southpaw.
Ooh, beautiful hand speed there from Lopez. And back with the great counter combination comes Lomachenko.
And a good body shot, too.
There we go. There's some work from Lomachenko on the inside. As he continues to work, Russell Mora lets him work in the clinch. Teofimo holding with that left hand. Some good work there.
Loma getting rough on the inside.
Интересно, события пошли.
Counter shot there. Action is finally heating up here in round 8. Lopez got him against the ropes. Left hand counter from Lomachenko.
По-моему, кто-то задышал.
Lomachenko putting himself into the power puncher position, and honestly, he needs to because of the hole that he's put himself into in the scorecards. He needs to be out there landing the big shots, getting rough, getting mean in there.
Watch your feet.
There's that lead jab that lands against Lopez.
I'm assuming the game plan has had to be to take it late and to finish Lopez, because otherwise, I don't see what the point of giving a race so many rounds early on was. Good counter from Lopez.
He surely did wind up on that right hand.
I believe that the range, the length, and the counterpunching ability of Lopez has really put
Ну, этот раунд Вася явно выиграл.
Here we are now at the end of round 8. Lopez team saying it wouldn't go past 6. Lomachenko team saying that it's going to go late. We want to take him to deep waters. Finally turning it up here is Lomachenko in round 8.
You gotta watch your head, okay?
Down likely on the scorecards is Lomachenko, now entering 9, 10, 11, and possibly 12 if he can turn it up here.
Мне кажется, в 8-м раунде была проверка, насколько Лопес, так сказать, мощный в размере. И сейчас, возможно, с 9-го раунда начнется немножко другая картина боя. Вася, так сказать, хотел на себе прочувствовать, что может ему предложить Лопес. Вот, и мы видим, когда Василий пошел вперед, ну, Лопес немножко действительно стушевался, ему на самом деле нечем было особо ответить. Ну, посмотрим, осталось, боже, 4 раунда.
Finally, in round 8, seeing Lomachenko let his hands go. His best round of the fight, in my opinion. And here we go for round 9. Christina Poncher and Chris Algieri here with you. Lopez in control early, arguably winning the first 4 or 5. Best round of the fight for Lomachenko, round 8.
You can see that last round landing at a 50% clip. Again, not throwing a lot, but when he does, he has been accurate. Last round by far his most active and best round. That catch and shoot style of Lopez has been very effective at stemming the offense of Lomachenko thus far.
Watch your legs, watch your legs. Let's go, let's keep this clean.
This is the only time outside of the Masayoshi Nakatani fight back in July that Lopez has seen round 9. That fight went the distance, all 12, but other than that, no other fight has gone past 7 rounds in his professional career. Obviously not the case with Vasily Lomachenko, having gone the distance multiple times, all 12 as a pro, as he, for the first time, pushes Lopez back.
Yeah, good work from Lomachenko backing up Lopez. Team Lopez has been adamant about saying that Lomachenko does not fight well going backwards. Ooh, good counter there by Lomachenko. I like that straight left hand to the body from Loma. He needs to do more of that.
And a little bit different energy here from Lomachenko. You can sense that he knows that he's got to pick it up here.
Let go. Stop. Let go.
Willing to stand in an exchange.
And to get rough on the inside. And that's one thing about size in a fight. As the fight wears on, a lot of times the guy who cuts more weight has the advantage early, but not so much late. If they struggle to make the weight, that sometimes can just tell at the second half of the fight.
And and we're hearing that through the last 2 rounds, Loma's punch output totaled what he had thrown through the first 6 total rounds of the fight.
I believe it. It certainly looked that way. As I said in those first 6 rounds, you can't win rounds if you don't throw punches. Good body shot again there.
That's something we haven't seen too much from Loma here is any body work.
Right. But these last 2 rounds, this is more of what Loma needs to do.
Lift the bucket, lift the bucket, lift it.
Here's that straight left hand, look for the right hook over the top. Lomachenko doing quite well when he's pushing the action, letting his hands go. There was a nice right uppercut from Lopez as a counter. Left uppercut there as Lomachenko backs up.
Thank you.
That's one thing I think Lopez has been able to keep. Loma does get some offense going. He's still touching.
Я тебе показываю, вставляй уши, что-то сделаешь, он повелся, понимаешь? И не оставайся сюда, поддачивай, нормально что получается. Смотри, разворот. Ты пытаешься сильно ударить, не надо сильно. Лучше повторно сделай, делай 2-3 удара.
Round 10.
Богом.
Round 10.
Осталось 3 раунда.
Round 10 scheduled for 12. How'd you score that last round, Chris?
I gave that to Lomachenko. I thought that he was able to back up Lopez. I did like that straight left hand to the body that landed very, very clean.
So 6 rounds to 3 for you. For Teofimo Lopez.
Yes.
No, stop!
Teofimo
No.
Lopez.
Don't grab him. Don't pull. Let's go, guys.
Is this the type of chess match to this point that you expected, Chris?
No, I thought that there was going to be more offense early. I thought that Loma was going to be able to utilize that footwork a little more than what we're used to. I thought it was going to look like this, honestly, from the beginning.
Yeah, and I kind of hoped it would too, especially on a fight this big and this magnitude. Obviously, fight fans are going to tune in, but there's a lot of casual fans, people that are drawn into this because of the promotion and what they've heard about it, and I'm sure they're clamoring for a little more action at this point, a little more of what we've seen the past couple rounds.
We're trading now.
And what we'll see possibly here for the last now 2.5 if we get to that point.
Loma turning into a bit of a bully.
In front.
It's so hard sometimes for these big fights to really live up to the hype, you know, especially after what we just saw 2 weeks ago with Zepeda and Baranchek and that type of fight. Things now starting to heat up from round 8, 9, and now 10.
I'm seeing some big breaths from Lopez.
I just saw a nice right hand. Another good combination from Lomachenko. Lomachenko getting a little more of his rhythm now.
Yeah, he's changed the range quite a bit. He feels much more comfortable in the pocket, taking the punches better as well.
Great observation as he's now pushing forward. As I say that, Teofimo tries to push him back. Good jab there, landed by Loma.
That's that body shot again.
Oh, that left hand to the body, and a good answer by Lopez. Ooh, good combination there by Lomachenko. Having much more success now.
Yeah, you see him putting on pressure.
Stop!
Loma even starting to get more in rhythm, and there is a low blow. And Rosamora is going to give Lomachenko some
You
time.
okay? You all right? Okay, give me your gloves. Give me your gloves. You okay? Okay, stay right here. Stay right here. Okay, that was accidental. I got
That was
it.
a hard shot.
Don't let it happen again. All right? All right, let's go.
A stern warning for Teofimo Lopez for
Time!
a low blow. Said it was incidental, I understand, but don't do it again.
Andre, lift the bucket. Lift the bucket, lift it, lift it, lift it.
Here we see some of the offense from Lomachenko and the counters from Lopez, because now we've had a bit of a change of styles in these last couple of rounds as Lomachenko picking up the offense, pushing forward, being a little more of the boss in there. And when he is able to back Lopez up, has a lot of success, as we can see
Keep it clean.
from these replays here.
11th round coming up. 11th round.
But even when Loma has success, he still is getting hit. The rounds are not all that clear.
That was that low blow right hand shot near the end of the bell there in round 10. Now your championship rounds, rounds 11 and 12 for all the belts at 135 pounds, lightweight supremacy on the line here. Lomachenko has another good 2 rounds. I mean, you could be looking at a draw.
He's gonna need it.
I mean, it's gonna be close here. And of course, starting this round off strong is Lomachenko knowing how close this fight is. You start to see the number of punches thrown evening out a little bit, although the percentage that Lomachenko lands does not compare, but still 30 more punches in that 10th round by
Loma
Teofimo.
still needs to be careful, though. He has a very dangerous man in front of him. He's getting in there, being a little bit reckless, honestly, and you know, he's got a young guy in there with big power. I think can hurt him, so he needs to still be cautious, even if he's going to be more offensive.
Oh, some good work here on the inside from Lopez.
Oh,
nice
right
uppercut. And a nice counter left hand to the body from Lomachenko.
Now back here, now back here.
What a change in body language. Lomachenko now backing Lopez up, putting him on the ropes, letting his hands go.
The mouth open of Teofimo Lopez, a little more heavy
Задышал Лопес.
breathing.
Не знаю, трудно комментировать, очень напряженный бой.
Lomachenko.
Good elbow there.
Помолчу, послушайте лучше мальчика и девочку.
These guys are getting rough on the inside. Stakes are getting high.
And how about Teofimo a little more flat-footed here? Not really bouncing around the way he was early in the fight.
And also not controlling the distance like he was earlier with his power punches and his counter punching. You know, now much more Loma is able to walk in and do what he wants.
Right-hand lead combination there from Lomachenko. Again with the jab.
Oh, good body shot. Very good body shot. I think Loma still needs to put the pressure on. He needs to do something big here, either a knockdown or force a stoppage. It's still too close.
Even this round, they've both gone back and forth.
Yeah,
Nice work there from Teofimo to the body, backing Loma up there. But Loma probably winning the first 2 minutes or so of that round, and he's doing what he needs to do here to try to even this out on the scorecards. But you're right,
Последний раунд, боже мой.
would be monumental
Вот
for
это да.
Vasily Lomachenko at this point. And we got 1 round to
it's been tightening up because Loma has been putting the pressure on. It's as you talked about early on, it's the tale of 2 fights. The first 6 rounds, not much done from the Loma side. The last 5 rounds, Loma has been putting on pressure, landing more punches, but hasn't been enough. Because he would literally need to win every round after round number 6 in order to win or get a draw. Loma would probably benefit from having a 15-rounder at this point. But we don't do those anymore.
Oh, how we miss those old school days.
I don't.
I'm not a fighter.
I don't.
You don't, because you're a fighter.
Clean round,
Taking it
gentlemen.
back
Clean
old school.
round. Clean round.
All right, the 12th and final round in what has turned out to be a much closer fight towards the end. But look, scorecards could be all over the place at this point, considering the latter half of this fight, Chris.
Right, yeah. I mean, I have it still close. I still have Lopez ahead. Lomachenko
Go.
need
Watch your head.
to win this round to get a draw on my scorecard, my very, very unofficial scorecard.
Комментатор, это Крис Алгиери, по-моему, бывший профессиональный боксер, говорит, что для того, чтобы Ломаченко получить ничью, ему нужно выиграть этот раунд.
And 274 jabs thrown by Teofimo through 11 is the most he's ever thrown in a fight.
Good shot there from
Beautiful
Lopez.
lead left uppercut from Teofimo and a right hand to the body from Teofimo. Can the young champion put an exclamation point on his performance tonight, or will the savvy veteran, the future Hall of Famer, and Vasily Lomachenko do enough to even this out, or even put down Lopez? Good body shot there from Lopez. And we are 90 seconds away. Here's the action. Both of them know what's on the line now.
Lopez doing a good job of saving just enough in the last round to still put up a fight, where in the last couple of rounds he really was just countering and fighting off the ropes.
Good punches still landing here, though, by Lomachenko. Lopez, you can tell he's breathing heavily.
Yeah. Being this late in the fight, also taking a lot of the body shots from Loma the last couple of rounds. Definitely taken a little bit out of Lopez, but honestly, I think he still had a very good round number 12.
40 секунд осталось.
Digging deep as the young champion.
Не знаю, напишите в комментариях, что думаете вообще по делу.
Good counter shot with the left hand from Lopez. Gives him some confidence.
Yeah, the power differential is just so different.
Back to the body goes Lopez. Swinging for the Lopez. 30 seconds to go now. You hear Teofimo's father. Don't stop. Don't stop. Everything you got right here from both champions.
Oh, good body shot
Over
there.
there. Come here. Come here, Doc.
Are they okay?
I got an
They're going to take a look
headbutt.
at the cut from an accidental headbutt.
You gotta watch your head, okay? You gotta watch your head. Good? Thank you. Okay. You have to watch your head too, all right? Both you guys gotta watch your head. All right. Box.
Teofimo would not be happy about that cut, but knowing that he is just second, arguably becoming a unified world champ, these two are going at it as they battle to the bell for the king of the lightweight division. It is over. This fight goes the distance between Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko.
Не знаю, вообще
Excellent
очень
finish
интересно.
for the young champion Lopez. You see him jump the ropes. He believes he's the winner. So do I.
This one is going to the scorecards. A strong start for Teofimo Lopez. Tide start to turn around round 6 for Vasily Lomachenko. Much closer rounds towards the middle of the fight, and then probably a solid finish from Teofimo Lopez around round 10 might have been enough to do it.
Yeah, I think that was really important for Lopez to finish strong in the 12th round, and he did. He saved just enough juice to fire some big shots. I think he caught Loma several times in that round that made him think twice about being all-out offensive. Excellent performance by the young champion, Teofimo Lopez. I am super impressed with this kid every time out, and true to fashion, I'm impressed once again. Absolutely tremendous performance from Teofimo.
judges will be tallying up their scores. We'll go through several highlights. There's Mike Basil having to get to work on that cut, which will definitely need some stitches.
Right at the end, too. That's the worst.
I mean, you know.
I've had that happen to me before. I'm like, I almost got through the fight with nothing.
And obviously, ever so confident, Teofimo Lopez Sr. saying, I told everybody, saying that his son would make this fight look easy. Chris, I'm going to ask you one more time before we get it scored. Your unofficial scorecard, how do you have it?
I have Lomachenko up by 2 rounds. 7 rounds to 5. I mean, Lopez, sorry. I have Lopez up 7. Excuse me.
Комментатор говорит, что
Лопес
выиграл 2 раунда. 7-5 в пользу Лопеса по раунду.
We are awaiting the official decision, the judges for this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside MGM Grand, after 12 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Tim Cheatham scores the bout 116-112. Julie Letterman scores the belt 119-109.
Боже, 109, 119,
Steve
108.
Weisfeld scores the bout 117-111. For your winner by unanimous decision. And now, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, the Takeover!
And he has done it. The takeover has begun. Teofimo Lopez is now the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Backflip, Snow Angels, you deserve it all. 16-0, 12 knockouts, and he is winning tonight as the king of the lightweight division. And for the second time in his professional career, Vasily Lomachenko tastes defeat.
Absolute tremendous performance from Teofimo. Super impressed. Deserved win. You know, when boxing, sometimes we see crazy decisions. Tonight we didn't. The man who deserved to win won the fight. Absolutely tremendous. You could see Vasily Lomachenko when they announced the scorecards and the winner nodding and agreeing. He didn't have an argument.
And it doesn't look like we're going to get an interview from Vasily Lomachenko either, but undoubtedly you'll hear from Teofimo Lopez and probably his father as well, as a superstar is born, perhaps thrusting himself now into the pound-for-pound conversation and walking home and walking out of this ring now with 3 more belts than he walked in with. I mean, this is incredible. At 23 years old, I mean, it's a pinch myself moment for Teofimo Lopez.
You used the right word. Superstar. The kid's got it. He's got the skills. He's the